I'm Dr. Cynthia Clark, acupuncture physician, applied clinical nutritionist, creator of Energy Evolution, and president of Longevity Wellness. And I want to talk to you today about something that's very, very near and dear to me. And it's about what happens when we get all gunked up. Let's talk about what happens at a physical level, at a biophysical level, and at an electrical level. So we all know what it feels like when we eat something that makes us feel really heavy and sluggish. How do you feel? You feel like you're just slogging through life, right? You got the brain fog, you got low motivation, and you just feel like you just kind of want to sit on the couch. And yet you know that's the last thing that you need to do because you ate something that's moving very slowly through your system. So what are some things you can do instead? So that might be, you might be like, okay, I had to drink a bunch of water. I did this a couple of years ago. I had just finished a workout and I came to the office and I was like, or I was on my way to the office and I was hungry and I didn't have food at the office. I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stop and I'm just going to get a protein drink at Publix and that's fine. That's all I need for right now. So I stop and I get a protein drink, one that I used to drink a long time ago, and they changed the formula. And also I probably didn't know all of the junk that was in it. And I get to them, by the time I get to the office, I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? I look down and this thing has 26 grams of sugar in it per serving. And there's two, and I just drank both of them. I just had more sugar in this one serving than I do in like the better part of a week. I just had 52 grams of sugar. So I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? So I drank a bunch of water and I just did my best to flush it out of my system. What else did I do? I drank some green tea because that helps to flush toxins out through the system. And I also, at that time, I had some chia seeds in the office. So I had some of that. And within about a half hour, I was feeling back to myself. But what did I do right there? I detoxed myself. I did that because I knew that I was chock full of crud at the moment, even though I was trying to do the right thing. I was chock full of crud. I was all hopped up on sugar, and that was not how I wanted to start my day. And I certainly didn't want to go through the roller coaster crash that a blood sugar dysregulation would take me on. So why did that work? That worked because the nutrients I did, first of all, the water just flushed it through me, right? It activated the drainage processes in my body, and my body's like, get that out of here right away. So that was good, but it wasn't good enough. I needed also some greens. Why did the greens work? The green tea in particular, why is that so effective? Well, it's effective because it helps to realkalinize my body. I'd gotten into an acidic sugar state rapidly, and it helps to realkalinize my body. Now, why does that work? That works because in the body we have the nucleus that's got protons and neutrons, and then we've got the electrons that circle around around it. When we're in an acidic state, we're basically gunked up with protons. We have too much of those protons, and we don't have enough of the electrons. So the electrons are what helps to keep the tension together, right? It keeps the magnetism because positives and negatives attract. Positives and negatives attract. Protons are positive, electrons are negatives, and we got to have that tension to keep it all spicy and to keep it working the way it's supposed to. I was getting myself into a phase where I was all gunked up with protein, with protons, and so things weren't moving properly. So I drank a lot of electrons and I drank a lot of green. Basically, the quick way to realkalinize your body is green. Go green, green's gonna do it. And you may need more support than that. But because of that experience that I had, I know the importance of regularly detoxifying my body. Now, that wasn't the first time I'd done a detoxification. In fact, the first detoxification that I did, even though I grew up and I did fasts, for religious reasons, and then later on I experimented with doing some other fasts for health reasons, like the Master Cleanse. And so I had those experiences when I was, but they didn't ever, they would recalibrate my taste buds, but they didn't fix things long term. It helped, like I always felt better, but then I always had to readjust, and it wasn't long before my old eating habits were back. What I eventually found, and this was kind of very humbling because I was doing a juice fast. That's supposed to be the healthiest thing on the planet, right? Oops, didn't know that I was totally busting my blood sugar at the time. Doing the best I needed to do at the time. And I was in a training class for standard process. And in this training class, I was on like day 5 of the juice cleanse, and on like day 1, 2, and 3, I was all like bright and bubbly and sparkly eyed and feeling fantastic. And by day 5, I'm like, I was fading because of the blood sugar regulation, and just because I just felt like crap. And the instructor had asked for a volunteer, and I volunteered to go up to the class. And of course I look young and healthy and I've got a great attitude. And so as he was going through and he was doing his system analysis on me, he realized that I was quite deficient, even though I looked healthy. Because I had worked my butt off during Chinese medicine school, I studied a lot in this, and I'd gotten into a quite depleted state as a result of this. And so here I was, and I'm like ready to do the next thing, the next purification, the next fast. And he's like, okay, all you got to do is do this support for a month, and then you'll be ready. You can do a purification system, and you can detox this way, but don't stop eating. You're going to eat healthy foods during this time. So I learned how to flood my body with the nutrients it needed in order for it to have the best support to get rid of the stuff that it doesn't need. This is the same philosophy as I use in triathlon training, by the way. When I need to perform, I'm going to flood my body with the nutrients that I need, the best things for myself, so that I can perform on race day or on practice day and feel great, have more energy when I'm done than I did at the start of it. And also, that's a very high circulation activity. Do you think that that's a kind of a detox? It is. And all this kind of exercise is a detoxification. I'm sweating it out through my pores. I'm certainly peeing a lot because I'm staying hydrated. And when I have the right nutrients coming in, it does a better job of flushing those nutrients out. So this is why at least twice a year, and often 3 times this year in any case, I do a purification system. The first time I did a purification system, I had an incredible experience. I had 20 years of painful menstrual cramps, and after I did that purification system, they have never came back the way that they once were. Now I have to do this regularly, but it helps keep my endocrine system in balance. It helps keep my hormones regulated. It helps keep my taste buds calibrated so that I don't have those sugar cravings. Instead, I'm like looking for the foods that actually feed me rather than what my brain thinks or what my tongue thinks that it wants. And so this is why it's so important to me. This is to share this with you. This is why we do this, is because by re-alkalinizing, by dumping these toxins out of your body, you're recalibrating your body. You're opening the electrical circuits so that the protons can, you can get fewer of those. You can get more of the electrons, because that's what happens is the electrons we miss that, and we're missing the chemistry that holds our body together. So that's why we have a very, very, very important purification system coming up, and I'm so delighted to share it with you. So if this sounds like something that would be a benefit to you, oh, and by the way, holidays. So let's talk about holidays. The very first purification system I did was right in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And everyone always says, first thing that they say when I talk to them about purification systems, I just got to wait till the holidays are done. Let me tell you what, if you do your regular routine through the holidays, how much weight do you gain? I mean, I know I can easily gain 5 pounds around the holidays just from, there's these snacks out here and there's this stuff going on here, and that's without even paying attention. I can just ooh, this is yummy, this is yummy, yep, this is yummy. I gotta tell you, doing a purification system in the middle of the holidays, so you take the days out, you have your Thanksgiving and you have your Christmas, but you don't have the Thanks Christmas munchies that are going on. You know what this is, where everybody's got munchies out all the time, or you're just going to 20 different parties. It is so liberating to have permission to feed yourself what you actually need, to eat the foods that are really fulfilling and sustaining to you before you go to those places. And that way, when you go there, you can sift and sort for the stuff that actually suits you, rather than being in blood sugar dysregulation. You're cross-eyed because you're so hungry and you're so tired and you're hangry and you're cranky and you're just looking for the next thing, and you feel like, I've had such a long day, I deserve this cheesecake or whatever the thing is that's going to be your treat for the day, but is actually your hugest stumbling block, and it's a thing that you're going to spend the next week trying to get out of your system at best. So purification during the holidays is a wonderful gift to give to yourself. It was the very first way that I did it, and I have been grateful for it ever since. And I tend to do it around the holidays because it liberates me. I just get to say, oh, thank you, I'm doing a cleanse right now. And then people don't press anything on me, and it's really, really great. And I don't feel obligated to eat Aunt Martha's extra super apple strudel casserole that I don't even like that much, but Aunt Martha made it, so I feel obligated to eat. I don't have to do all of that because I'm doing a cleanse. And it communicates that clearly. So, and lovingly, like you're telling people that you're taking care of yourself, and it's like, oh, okay, all right. And then, so then you're liberated from that. So, if you would like to participate in this, this is a really fantastic thing to do. Step 1 would be eat healthy. Step 2, if you're up for the next level and you're up for doing a real detoxification cleanse, purification system, then work with us on it. We'll be happy to help you and guide you through it and give you the exact nutrients that you need. So step 1 is eating healthy, and go green with your eating healthy. Make sure that you get lots of green vegetables. And then step 2, if you're ready to level up, and like I said, I do this 2 to 3 times a year. If you're ready to level up, then we would be delighted to work with you on guiding you through the exact supplements that you need to really support this detoxification process and get rid of the crud that you've been huffing living in America for the past, 20, 40, 60, 80 years. Because it does build up, and the liver needs help getting rid of that stuff. So we'll be happy to help you. Have a great day. That's good medicine.